Thanks for tuning in. This is Dirt Bike Channel. I'm your host Kyle Brotherson, and today we're going to be reviewing the Shinko R520DC. This is the dual compound tire, and I absolutely flippin' love this tire. I do not have a way to make any money off of this because Rocky Mountain ATV doesn't sell this. I encourage you guys to use my links for Rocky Mountain ATV because that helps support the channel. But Rocky Mountain ATV doesn't sell this. I've been waiting to see if they would. The only place I've been able to find this tire is Slavens Racing, and even though Jeff Slavens hates me and thinks I'm like some sort of a scum for some reason, I'm still telling you that that's a place you can go buy this tire. Now, the day that I'm actually doing this, he's out of stock on these things, but I signed up for the stock notification, and maybe by the time this video comes out, you can actually buy these things. But let's talk about why this tire is so incredible. So it's a dual compound tire, and that means these knobs here in the middle are really, really gummy. I am a sucker for gummy tires, especially on the, well, I don't use gummy tires in the front, but gummy tires on the rear, I'm a real sucker for. But on the middle of these tires, in the middle knobs, this is a super gummy compound. And then out on the edges, out on your side knobs, these are a harder compound, so it's dual compound. I think more and more tires are going to go to this because it's absolutely incredible. It is phenomenal the amount of traction that you can get off a tire like this. This one actually has really good braking traction, I think, as well. And I don't know of a tire that I like better than this. I have a few tires that I absolutely love, and I actually weighed them all here, but there's the 520DC, there's the IRC VE33S, there's the Dunlop AT81EX, and then there's also the 220 ride tire. It's funny because I tell you about these tires, and a lot of times when I tell you about these gummy tires, they're very hard to keep in stock and they're out of stock. Here's the thing, these tires don't last a long time. This tire on the bike that I have on this bike right here, it's got just a skosh over 10 hours, and you can see that some of it is starting to wear. It's showing some signs of wear. It's got a little bit of stuff kind of coming off some of these treads in the middle. But this thing sticks like glue in every place that I've taken it. I had this tire on at 5 miles of hell out on the slick rock of Utah, and this thing felt like I was glued to the rock. I absolutely loved it. It also works really well when you're out in the mud. It just digs. Now, these tires don't last as long. I've said it a million times before, but you can either have a good performing tire or you can have a long-lasting tire, but you can't have both. Now, there are some tires that split the difference. This one is definitely on the side of it's a good performing tire. It's not a long-lasting tire, and I'm totally fine with that. See, I bought this tire, and I looked up right now, Jeff Slavens has them for 80 bucks. It's like $79.99 or something like that. I think that is such a deal. Let's say that this tire is completely haggard at 15 hours. Even if it is, because I've done that, a tire like this with a gummy compound, it is getting better traction at 15 hours than your super hard compound tire is at 0 hours. Like, seriously. And so you can run this thing 20 hours and it might be the best performing 20 hours you've ever had on a motorcycle. I'm dead serious when I say that. See, I bring things to you that I am passionate about. I bring things to you guys that I love, or I at least have to like it. This is one that I love. Now, that's why I'm telling you to go buy it if you can. Hey, and if you don't want to take my word for it, you'd be like,
hey, I'm not paying $80 for a tire that only lasts 20 hours.
Thank you for thinking that, because that just means that there's more for me and the rest of the people out here that absolutely love tires like this. A question that often comes up is, can you use this tire with tubeless? Now, the manufacturer will probably inevitably say no, you can't use it with tubeless, but that's all I've done is use it with tubeless. It's worked great for me. It would also work great if you were going to use tubes, heavy-duty tubes. You could run moose bibs in this. It's going to work for all that stuff. I actually haven't had to plug this tire yet, or this tire yet. But I don't think it's going to have a problem holding plugs because none of the other Shinko tires that I've ever had have had an issue holding plugs. So this one I wouldn't imagine would be any different. So yes, you can use it with tubeless because I do. You can use it with bibs. You can use it with tubes, however you like. So before I started filming here, I actually brought these tires down, this tire along with 3 other tires, to see how much they weigh. Now, just because this tire ends up being the heaviest of the tires doesn't mean that you shouldn't buy it, because I still love it despite how heavy it is. There's another tire that I don't think I have one in here. It's the Shinko 525. That's also a very heavy tire. Maybe I'll find a picture of that and roll that in later, because I think I have a picture of it in my phone. But today when I weighed them, and again, some tires might be heavier than others. You might buy one tire one time and it could be heavier than the same exact tire the next time because of manufacturing. But the Dunlop AT81EX, that's the gummy tire, it was the lightest one that I had. It came in at 12 pounds, 0.04 ounces. The next one was the IRC VE33S Gakota, one of my favorite tires. It came in at 12 pounds, 13.5 ounces, so almost 13 pounds. Just a couple ounces shy of that. Next one was the 220 ride tire. There's another tire that is out of stock. Such an amazing tire because it's got a 4-ply sidewall. That tire came in at 13 pounds, 6.9 ounces. And then this Shinko 520 dual compound, it came in at 14 pounds, 0.5 ounces. So it's basically a 14-pound tire. So this was the heaviest of those tires, but I still love it. I am gonna buy more of these things as soon as I can. From anywhere that I can. I hope Rocky Mountain ATV starts stocking this, but if not, I'm gonna keep buying from Jeff Slavin's. Anyway, such a fun tire to run. It gets fantastic performance in any of the places that I've taken it, and I've had it in anywhere from snow to slick rock to sand, and I just think it's pretty stinking hard to beat. No, it's not the lightest tire out there, but it's also not the most expensive. Like, I've spent a lot more for tires. In fact, of the tires on this list, it is the second cheapest tire. The 220 ride tire is the cheapest one of them, I believe, if my memory serves. And then the VE33S is more, and then the AT81EX is more. So yeah, this tire is actually really well priced. For the value that you get, it's really tough to beat. And I don't care that it's a little bit heavier. It's not the heaviest tire I've ever run. But it is among the best performing tire, might be the best performing tire that I've ever used. There's just a few right in there of those 4 favorites that I love that are absolutely incredible. And I'm just super excited that we have this many options now in this soft gummy. And there are other ones. There's another one out from IRC that I haven't even gotten my hands on yet that is also amazing. I'll roll it in down here, the name of it, because it eludes me right now. But there's some really, really cool tires coming. I swear we're living in the golden age of dirt bikes, and I hope that golden age doesn't go away with like electric bikes that don't have clutches. Because, I mean, I could dig an electric bike as long as it would give me a clutch and a battery that we could hot swap. That's, my mind just squirreled off, because this is supposed to be a tire review. Let's not talk electric motorcycles right now. Anyway, that's, I think, what I have for you. Guys, if you haven't entered to win my dirt bikes, I'm giving away this Kawasaki that's right outside the frame. I'm giving away the KTM 125XC, which is it's in my truck. I'm giving 2 dirt bikes away and a street bike. You have to visit my website before June 30th of this year, 2021. That's when the sweepstakes ends. You go to my website, dirtbikechannel.com. I have all the details over there. There's a few ways you can get entered. You can buy yourself some gear, get yourself a hat, get yourself a shirt like this one. You can also enter, sign up to be part of my SMS list or my email list. If you sign up during the promotional period, we give you some entries that way. And yeah, also use my links to Rocky Mountain ATV. They're at dirtbikechannel.com, or they're typically in the descriptions of these videos. Unfortunately, you can't buy this tire at Rocky Mountain ATV. Hey, Rocky Mountain, we need you to get this 520DC in because it's absolutely incredible. Anyway, love the tire, love dirt bikes, love you guys. Yeah, I guess that's it. Until next time, leave a single track. Thanks.